Good evening and welcome to the Utopian Baseball Universe Report. This is Joey with your Tuesday, April 20th report. I teased something special tonight. I'm going to come through with it. In a moment, I'll be bringing on a guest. And I'm watching the Mets live on ESPN. I think this is the first time I've actually watched a Mets game on TV this year. So I'm going to be a little rude. I'm going to be talking to you, but I'm going to be peeking over here. Actually, the first date I was ever on in 1989, I took the girl to Northridge Mall, and we just kept walking around, and I kept looking at the Eagles-Bears playoff game. It was that game in the fog. That relationship didn't go very well. But you guys know I love baseball, so I think you'll forgive me here. All right. I'm going to bring on a guest. Here we go. This is Mike Carminati. Mike, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
So Mike has no idea why he's here, and none of you guys know why you're here. Now, Mike, if I were to tell you that the reason that you're on tonight is because Steve Garvey of the Dodgers struck out, what would you think?
I would think that's rather odd because he's been retired for quite some time.
He has been retired for quite some time now. He was the starting first baseman tonight in the Utopian baseball universe for the Dodgers. But, you know, bringing a guest on just because Steve Garvey struck out in a game that never really happened seems odd, right? Well, our top story tonight is, in fact, Steve Garvey did strike out for the Dodgers, ending this. Robin Roberts of the Philadelphia Phillies has just no-hit the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. This was our ESPN game of the night. Roberts struck out 7, he walked 5, and got Garvey to end the game. This is unique in that the first no-hitter last year was Steve Carlton at Yankee Stadium. And so now we're a year and 3 weeks into this, and the Phillies already have now 2 no-hitters. So, Mike, let's get your reaction. Robin Roberts no-hitting the Dodgers tonight in something that didn't really happen, but we're going to pretend it did tonight.
Well, that's a tremendous story. Roberts was a little before my time. Of course, there's a statue of him outside of Citizens Bank Park, and his number's retired. He's a legend in Philadelphia. It's if you're going to name 2 pitchers from the Phillies over the last, I don't know, since Pete Alexander, the 2 best pitchers, you're probably going to say Robin Roberts and Steve Carlton. I remember Steve Carlton well. I never saw him. I saw him come close to a no-hitter. Yeah, I think he had a number. He may be the all-time leader in one-hit games, if I remember that correctly. I might be wrong, but he had a number of those, and I remember seeing a few of them. But I would have loved to have seen, for him to actually have done that would have been tremendous. But just to hear that he did it in the Utopia Baseball League is a great thing. He's a great pitcher. And so is Roberts. That's great. And Steve Garvey, I love that era of the Dodgers. The Phillies had, if you remember that era, I remember it well. Phillies had some problems with that Dodgers team for quite some time. And it's great to see him striking out to end the game. So, not my Padre. So, if you remember that reference.
Exactly. So Mike is going to stick around for a couple minutes. I just want to because we have a couple new members that joined today, just to kind of let you know how we simulate this. So what happens is the night before, yesterday, basically, I pull a year from history using a random number shuffler, and the year came up 1991. Then I have a 1991 spreadsheet, and then I shuffle the dates from that year, and it landed on August 11th, 1991. So then I go in, and when I looked at the results, I immediately saw Wilson Alvarez shutout, and I'm like, I wonder if that's the no-hitter. And I went into the box score, and sure enough, it was Wilson Alvarez's no-hitter against Baltimore. So now the way it works is I have my schedule, and then I have the schedule from that night. And what I do is I then shuffle the number of games from that date and then map over into my schedule. So the Phillies-Dodgers, when you guys see the reports tonight, Phillies-Dodgers is the second game listed. I go from top to bottom, then left to right. So Phillies-Dodgers was the second game listed, and the White Sox-Orioles was the seventh game on that spreadsheet that I pull from. And when I did the shuffler, the second number was 7. I know, like, I'm getting dizzy explaining it, but I do have a document within the group that kind of explains how it works. But so this morning, I think it was this morning or late last night, when I mapped it over, I put a poll up and I said, okay, now I know it's the Phillies, but I don't want to give that away. So I put a poll that says, all right, any of these East Division teams, if you're a fan of, reach out to me, I'll get you on the show. Well, I remember when Mike joined the group, I remember him making a comment, or he shared the fact that he was a Phillies fan. So I thought of him right away. So we wanted to get that live reaction. Robin Roberts making history tonight. So Mike's going to stick around. I'm going to get you the rest of the scores here, and then we'll get to the top hitter and top pitcher of the night. In Anaheim tonight, the Angels in a laugher, beating the Red Sox 13-0. Frank Tanana, 7 scoreless. He gave up 2 hits, 6 strikeouts. Bobby Grich hitting 2 homers for the Angels, driving in 4 as the Angels win 13-0 against the Red Sox. It was the Giants 4 and the Blue Jays 3. The Giants led 3-1 entering the 7th. The Jays tied it, but then the Giants took the lead on a Willie Mays RBI single. Giants win 4-3 tonight. The Montreal Expos were winners in Oakland 3-2. Tim Raines did it all. Single, double, triple, 2 RBIs, stolen base. Dennis Martinez, 6 1/3, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts as the Expos beat the A's. The Mets were winners tonight in Denver 5-2. Jacob deGrom, complete game 4 hitter. He only struck out 3. Keith Hernandez was the hero at the plate. 3 hits, including a 2-run homer. He scored 2 runs. Darryl Strawberry hit his second home run for the Mets as they win in Colorado. Earlier today, you guys saw that the Yankees beat the Diamondbacks 5-2 in a game that celebrated the 2001 World Series. The Diamondbacks are 0-10, but Diamondbacks fans, don't give up. It's a long season. Only 20 games into this. It's a long season. Baltimore was winners tonight in Seattle 7-1. Mike Mussina, complete game 4 hitter. He struck out 7. Frank Robinson with a 3-run double in the second inning in this game. And in San Diego tonight, it was the Padres 3 and the Nationals 1. Eric Shaw, 6 scoreless, 4 strikeouts. For the 3rd time this year, Tony Gwynn and Dave Winfield go back-to-back homers as the Padres win 3-1. Ray Dandridge with his 6th home run for the Padres. Now let's look at the South Division hosted games tonight. The Texas Rangers beat the Detroit Tigers 6-4. Rangers scored 4 runs in the 6th, and their bullpen was fantastic. 3 2/3, no earned runs. They only allowed 2 hits as the Rangers steal one from the Tigers, 6-4. In 13 innings tonight, it was the Astros 3 and the Pirates 2. This was just an incredible game. The Pirates led 1-0 heading into the 9th. Kyle Tucker led off the inning with a triple, and he scored on a throwing error. So down 1-0, they tie it with the pinch hit triple. The Pirates score 1 in the 13th, and then the Astros answer with 2 in the 13th. So back and forth, a lot of drama late as the Astros win 3-2. It was the White Sox 9, Tampa Bay 6. The Sox scored 5 runs in the first inning in this game. Despite losing, the Rays steal 5 bases in this game. Carl Crawford had 2 of those. Big Ed Walsh, 4-0 for the White Sox. Chris Archer, the loser, he's 1-2. In 14 innings tonight, the Florida Marlins beat the Cubs 3-2. Giancarlo Stanton leads off the 14th with a home run. Now, this is interesting because the Marlins beat the Cubs last night on a leadoff walk-off homer in the 9th. It was D. Gordon last night, and Giancarlo Stanton does the same thing tonight. In 10 innings also in Kansas City, the Royals beat the Brewers 10-8. This was another crazy game. Ben Ogilvy hit a pinch hit grand slam to put the Brewers up 7-5 in the 6th inning. It was 8-6 heading into the 9th. The Royals tied it in the 9th. And then Eric Hosmer with a walk-off 2-run homer to win this game off Dan Plesac. Jesse Hahn gets the win for the Royals, his first win in the Utopian baseball universe. Plesac's first loss. Prince Fielder with 2 homers for the Brewers. He's got 5 for the year. It was the Cardinals big over the Twins 12-6. Lou Brock 1 for 2 with 3 walks. He stole a couple bases, scored 4 runs in this game. Mark McGwire 2 for 4, 3 RBIs and a run scored for the Cardinals. Goose Goslin hitting his first home run of the year for the Twins. It was the Durham Bulls 5 and the Reds 4 in 10 innings. Carlos Beltran with a walk-off single to win it. Keston Hiura, one of the expansion picks for the Bulls in the offseason, 3 hits, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Joe Kelly, the winner for the Bulls. Randy Myers, the loser for the Reds. And in Atlanta tonight, it was your Utopian Baseball Universe champion Braves 5 and the Indians 4. Henry Aaron, 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 RBIs. Chipper Jones, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Larry Doby hit his 4th home run of the year for the Indians. Our top hitters tonight, Bobby Grich, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, and Giancarlo Stanton and Eric Hosmer with the walk-off homer. Mike, who would you guess would be the top pitcher tonight if you were to take a guess?
Robin Roberts.
If this were a game show, Mike would go out with the big prize here. Robin Roberts, no-hitting the Dodgers. That's the 8th no-hitter in the history of the UBU, the 2nd by the Phillies. As Roberts no-hits the Dodgers tonight. Want to welcome 3 new members that joined the group today. Chris Guthrie, Andy Huffman, and Mark Mancini. Welcome to the Utopian Baseball Universe. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or ask anyone in the group. I think everyone's pretty much versed as to what's going on here. And I want to thank Mark. Where's my little graphic here? There we go. Mark Carminati for joining me tonight. Thank you, Mark, for sharing this moment with us.
It's Mike, by the way. Sorry.
Mike, I'm sorry. Oh, you know what?
It's okay. I get it all the time.
No, it was I'm just an idiot. That's all it is.
That's fine. It's fine.
You know what it was, and I'm not making excuses, but the name right above it was Mark, and I was probably looking at that. So this is Mike. This is Mike right here. Thank you, Mike, for being on tonight, and want to welcome everyone to join us again tomorrow. We're going to have probably the same time tomorrow, about 10 o'clock, for the Utopian Baseball Universe report for Wednesday. For Mike, this is Joey saying good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.